Hey cutie! Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today's video is going to be my eye bank update, and we have a lot of ground to cover because it's been a while since I updated this project, and I have been using my makeup a lot in the background, so I've been making a lot of goals in my eye bank, but I also made a purchase in like the grand scheme of the past couple months. So I've gained a lot of points, I've lost a lot of points, and we are gaining points back now. But I'm going to just touch on like very briefly how I've been doing for my eye bank, kind of all of the months leading up to September, and then September or next month we will film like my actual progress, my actual numbers, and do a little bit more deep dive into my monthly usage. Normally I go over like everything, all the things I used a certain amount of times, or no pan left behind. But since we have a lot of ground to cover, I figure we'll just like kind of highlight the top things, and then we'll just catch up on how we normally do these updates in the future. If you want to see my a lot of progress updates for my eye bank, just stay tuned. My last update for my eye bank was back in March, and it was for February usage. Sorry if you can hear our like little chime going off. Josh is actually building a fire in the backyard. I'm very excited. We're having a little bonfire tonight. Anywho, I last filmed my previous eye bank update for my February usage. So we have March, April, May, June, July, and August. We have 6 months to talk about. There's going to be a lot to talk about. So I'm just going to really broadly talk about the months and the points rather than really deep dive into all the products I used. I always have my eye bank linked in my description box. So if you want to see real-time updates for how many uses I have in shades or what goals I've actually met, and you want a little bit more detail, it's always linked in the description box. It should be like a shared document, I think, at least like to look at. So you can see my rules are in that spreadsheet, my monthly totals for like usage, like point gain, point loss. That's all there if you want to do like a deep dive and like actually look at my tangible like data. And I say we as in me now and like past myself. That's the collective of we in my head. Also, if you see me looking down, I have my like video prep notebook down here. So I am looking at my notes. So I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to look at my notes so I have all the data points. Back in March, I was at 15 points and I did not spend a point, which was nice. Back in March, we hit 5 no pan left behind goals. I hit 5 10 use goals. That's a pretty good one. I hit 1 25 use goal, 2 50 use goals, and oh my gosh, I hit pan in 5 eyeshadows and finished 1 shade. So in March, I gained a ton of points. So I gained 33 points in March, bringing my eye bank total up to 48 points, which is really exciting to see the number just grow and grow and grow. Starting in April, we had 48 points, and we ended up gaining 15 points. 4 of those came from no pan left behind, 2 points came from 10 uses. There was a shade I hit 25 uses in, a shade that I hit 50 uses in, and then I hit pan in 3 shades, which I had 2 pans that I ended up hitting in April. And again, I did not spend any points, and I ended April with a total of 63 points in my eye bank. In May, I ended up gaining 24 points. I ended up gaining that with 4 no pan left behind. I hit 5 10 use goals. I hit 3. I hit 3 25 use goals in the month of May, which was really awesome. And then I hit a 50 use goal and then 3 pans. So that was another 6 points. And then the 50 use was 3 points. And I did not spend any points in the month of May, which again, pat on the back for that one. In June, I ended up gaining some points, but I ended up spending a lot more points. And June is the only month that I spent points within the scope of the past couple months. And I initially was on Lunar Beauty's website because I was really wanting to get some blush palettes. And then I just happened to look at the eyeshadows, and this caught my eye. This is the Moon Shroom palette, and I I know that Gabriella Francis has talked about this on her channel. I believe she actually filmed a 3 looks 1 palette with this. I have seen nobody else talk about this. I didn't even know this release. This has completely evaded my mind space. So when I was on Lunar Beauty's website, I knew I needed this. Really, did I need it? Absolutely not, because I have so many eyeshadows. One thing that has been really, really beneficial doing the eyeshadow bank, this project that I'm doing, and just tracking my usage on eyeshadows, it's really been eye-opening how long shades take to reach like what seems like not a super outlandish goal. Like 50 uses doesn't seem like that much. For someone's collection that's probably as old as it is, because I do have a lot of old stuff in my collection. And it seems like I should be hitting that goal a lot more and loving on my products a lot more. But for some reason, like it's proving very slow progress in the bank. So it's really shifted my mindset on purchasing, especially when it comes to eyeshadows, because they take so long to go through. So I ended up spending 180 points. That was money I didn't have in my bank. So slowly working myself out of the deficit. So yeah, I'm really happy about this palette. This shade here is so pretty. Anyway, and I know we spent a ton of points in June. I actually did gain some points though, so it wasn't all like a complete bust. So really, we were almost a negative 100 points because we had 87 in the bank. We had deducted 180, so we were just slightly under negative 100 points. And I ended up gaining 19 points in the month of June. 5 came from No Pan Left Behind, 2 came from 10 uses, 4 came from 25 uses, 3 came from 50 uses, 5 came from finishing. I finished an eyeshadow at least. And again, it's been eye-opening doing this project, because I realize how quickly I can deplete my bank and get into the negative, and then how slowly it takes me to get out of that negative space or the negatives in the bank. So I've been chipping away. So in July, we ended up not spending anything because, again, one purchase really rocks my world in this eye bank. So I'm not purchasing an eyeshadow palette, hopefully for a while. I know my birthday's in November, so I usually treat myself to an eyeshadow palette or something along those lines in November or December, but I don't know if I'm going to do that this year again, because I don't want to go negative in my bank, or I guess even more negative than I already am in my bank. So I didn't spend any points in July, but I did end up gaining 22 points, which I'm very happy that I'm gaining points back a little faster than I did in June. So I gained 5 points with No Pan Left Behind, 4 points with 10 uses, 4 points for 25 uses, 3 points for 50 uses, and I hit pan in a couple shades. I hit pan in 3 shades, for a total of negative 52 points. So we're still negative, but we have a lot more achievable. Once it hits 50 uses or like negative 50, like I feel like I can really climb my way out of it pretty quickly, because I can roughly get 20-ish points a month, like roughly 20 points a month is like my average. However, in August, I did not do well in this project. In August, I had a couple issues going on which really inhibited me from wearing makeup. One, Bandit had a very bad foot injury, and I wasn't going into the office because I wanted to monitor him. So I was not putting on makeup like at all. And then I started going into the office, and then I got very sick, and it took me out for like 2 weeks from being in the office. So I really was not a makeup wearer almost the entire month of August. So I only gained 5 points in the month of August, which is absolutely the worst I've done in this eye bank to date. It was really, really not good. Yeah, it really sucked. So I made no progress. I ended up ending August with a negative 47 in my bank. So really not good. It was just a ordeal of a month, if I'm being honest. It was a very tough month to get through. But I am back in September, I am gearing up to have a great eye bank. I really am already making a dent in my eye bank. Much better. I'm already blowing August out of the water, which I'm really excited about. So really, to me, September is like, I have pedal to the metal. I am ready to make some goals in my freaking eye bank. I am ready to use a bunch of my palettes and no pan left behind them. I am like geared up and ready. I'm back with YouTube, so we're filming more, we're talking to each other more, and it's just really exciting, and I'm really happy to be here in this space and talk to you guys and just be excited about makeup and beauty with you and with people that actually like to talk about this kind of stuff, because not too many people in my real life like this kind of stuff. So it's really refreshing hearing from people that also have like a very similar interest. Having and buying new makeup, but also finishing products up is just so much fun. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I know it was kind of all over the place and a lot of numbers, so if you are a numbers person, you for sure liked this video. But if you are not, I'm sure you just wanted to skip on ahead, and that's fine too. But I appreciate you spending any amount of time with me always. Thank you so, so much. I hope you are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!